Well, hey y'all, I'm Edmund.
And I'm Heather.
And this is All Positive Reviews. So, we've decided to do a new series of movies that are very unappreciated.
Yes.
We've done some movies that not everybody likes, and we've done some big ones, but they're mostly ones that people know.
Yeah, most of them that we've done have been, yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to take some time to shed some light on some cult classics you either might not have seen, might not have heard of, and possibly should. And we're starting with, the thing that everyone loves. Sequels. Specifically a Shakespearean sequel in Hamlet 2.
Jesus is sexy, which leads us on to the musical interlude, Rock Me Sexy Jesus.
Hamlet 2 is dementedly hilarious. Welcome to Comedy Heaven from the co-writer of South Park, Hamlet 2.
My dad finds out what I've been up to. He's gonna crucify me.
Now, you introduced me to this movie.
Yes, it's one of my very, very favorites to put on.
Yes, and I gotta say I really liked it too. And I think you guys will as well once we sell it to you here on All Positive Reviews. Now, Hamlet 2, it's funny, it's this movie that is one of the most that's authentically about the theater experience.
Yes.
That I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah.
In that you really feel the kind of pains of putting your all into a show.
Yeah, especially as they're doing the show, you feel it the whole time, from him as a writer to the kids as they're doing their own stuff, they're in their, in this one they're welding stuff together. Yeah. It's almost what you do with the theater show.
Yeah, you just kind of put it together with what you have.
Right.
And it's kind of ride or die on that opening night. All of it hinges upon that. And Hamlet 2 wraps that feeling inside of a pretty strange but mostly hilarious comedy where it stars Steve Coogan.
Oh, and he is so wonderfully moronic.
I have so much anger. I feel like I've been raped. In the face!
And optimistic, yet so stupid.
Yeah, someone who rolls 20 on passion and 1 on actual talent. Yeah. As they show you in one of my recent favorite opening credit sequences, where you get to see his acting reel.
Yes.
And most of the time, they just stitch him in existing things.
Yeah.
And it's great.
I'm having a herpes outbreak right now, but you never know it.
Especially it's narrated by him too.
Yes, it sounds like Jeremy Irons,
yes.
But it's not. It's Steve Coogan the whole time, and it's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of at the center of a lot of what's wonderful with it because, that's just one bit of evidence towards his range. Because he's a primarily British actor, but he has an amazing American accent. Listening to the commentary, we discovered so many of the funniest lines in the movie came from him just improvising them.
Actually, yes, from him improvising, and also just from all of them improvising.
Yeah.
I must say that when you listen to the commentary, it doesn't have the actors on it, but it does have the writer and the director on it, 2 wonderful writers and directors. But the one thing that was fun is listening to how many times they were like, I think they just said that. They just said that on their own. You know what I mean? Just how talented all those actors are. Yeah,
there was that chemistry throughout the entire cast that was terrific. Because Steve Coogan's Dana is fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic.
Wonderful.
But there is this host of amazing supporting and cameo performances. Like you mentioned the kids.
Oh, the kids are wonderful, and there's a lot of kids to get into. I'm going to start with one of the first kids that we see that we don't know how to take, and we get very little of this one throughout the whole movie. There's a few scenes with him that are great, which is the young reviewer.
Oh, yes. There's this critic, this little kid that Dana... So Dana is this... He's wanted to be an actor. Now he's unfortunately failed into being a teacher, a drama teacher in Tucson, where apparently dreams go to die if you listen to the movie. I apologize to any viewers in Tucson.
Oh, yes, we love Tucson.
Yes.
Just what the movie says.
No matter where you go, it will always be better than Tucson.
But Dana does these awful shows at this high school, and he puts all of his vigor and yet all of the stock in the world in the opinion of this 12-year-old critic at this high school.
Yes.
Who is actually really good. I love their scenes because he's a good character for really articulating the things that Dana needs to hear to progress upon his journey. Yeah. And it's just really funny that Steve Coogan is just sort of geeking out over this child.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping the truth bombs, brother.
Yes.
It's called Hamlet 2.
A sequel to Hamlet by Shakespeare?
Yes. Yes. Do you think it's a bad idea?
Not necessarily, no. Sometimes an idea can be so bad it starts to turn good again.
No, he's wonderful. He's a wonderful little actor, and yeah, those scenes are amazing because of them.
Yep, the kids that he has to do it with, because it's one of those save the blank movies.
Yes.
They're saving the drama department by trying to put on a original show.
Yeah.
A sequel to Hamlet.
Yes.
We'll get into that, though, in a little bit. But the kids that he puts it on with,
yes,
this ensemble cast, they are all really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's some notable ones now, especially if you're a Pitch Perfect fan, because you have Skylar Astin, who's one of the few who was a drama favorite of his and is very dramatic.
Oh, he is. He's so dramatic and just... yeah.
He's the literal teacher's pet.
Yes.
At one point in this movie. You have a number of actors who all play very well off of each other.
Yeah. All the kids really do a great job of playing off of each other and whatever they're supposed to be playing off of each other in that moment. Epiphany.
Yes.
There's really only 2 drama students in the beginning of this movie. There's the one played by Skylar and then the one, Epiphany, the girl. Those are the only 2 real drama students at the beginning. And then due to budget cuts, they end up with an entire classroom full of people that don't really want to be actors.
Yeah, because they literally cut all the rest of the art department. And so, yeah, you have all these people who were more concerned with like art and shop, who really don't, give a shit about it, who just get kind of wrapped up in the insanity and just passion of this teacher who has absolutely no talent.
No.
But loves art and teaching and just wants to do it so badly.
Yeah.
He wants to be Stand and Deliver so bad.
So bad. That's like everything
so
to him.
Bad.
That's really what he wants.
And he's not, but the kids are willing to go along with it.
Yeah, he sucks them in with his optimism and his dumb naiveness of just like a smile doesn't cost anything. As his life just crashes around him.
Oh my God, like his wife.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout out to our main kids because we touched on those 2, and then you have the 2 boys.
Oh yeah, Octavio, who's really good.
Yeah, he's really great. And his family. He has a great scene with his mom and dad. They're just wonderful.
You know what he's really good at?
Yeah.
He's really good at acting this material, which is probably not good, but acting it well.
Yeah.
While also not seeming like a professional actor.
Right.
Which is a lot of things to juggle in a single scene.
Right.
But he does a really good job.
He does a great job.
I feel for the girl who gets hit by everything.
Yeah, constantly. He gets her with the trash can. Yeah. And then she gets like whipped up by the
wires.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and then there's her friend who's the one who actually talks for her.
Yes.
Who's amazing.
Great confrontation with Epiphany at one point.
Oh yes, and their big huge class fight that they have. There's other kids too. They're all wonderful. All the kids do such a great job, and they're not really kids. If you listen to the commentary, they're all adults. But anyways, they all do a great job of acting like kids.
Adults who were drunk, like possibly a portion, if not significant portion of the time, since they were all just turned 21.
Yeah.
First big movie.
Yes. So yeah, all the kids are wonderful. You have Steve Coogan, and then we have all the people that surround Steve Coogan, which we'll start with the wonderful Catherine Keener. I've met Catherine Keener, and she was wonderful when I met her, that's for sure.
I've never met her, but she turned me off from Teacups forever after Get Out. So I loved to laugh at her in this movie.
Yes. She is completely evil.
Yes. Up until she's not, because they do give you one scene with her since she's the wife who just no longer cares about him. He hasn't listened in so long, and they have just not wanted the same things in so long that she is just a bitch, and it's great.
I get the same feeling from her that I do from that one line in... I
do believe in you. I just know you're gonna fail.
Yeah, Walk Hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she's the even meaner version of it. Catherine Keener is in this, but her delivery is freaking hilarious.
Revealing Hamlet, Gertrude, Polonius, and Hillary Clinton having what appears to be group sex.
It's about my troubled relationship with my father.
But you're doing this at school with the kids, right?
That's the plan, Stan. What do you think?
I think that your enthusiasm is remarkable.
100%.
Yeah.
David Arquette is a fun sounding board, is the very obvious one that she's going to cheat on him with at some point.
Yeah.
But he's just there like this, I don't know, they describe him in the commentary like he's a caveman or almost a caveman, and he really is. He's just a sounding board who makes all the jabs between Catherine Keener and Steve Coogan that much more awkward, but also that much funnier.
Yes.
Because this movie rides that line very well.
Yes.
I think, because it's not too cringe.
No. It doesn't go too cringy ever. You can, stay this whole movie and it's not bad. And David Arquette is great in his small parts in it.
Absolutely, he is. Yeah. So is Amy Poehler.
Oh gosh, I love Amy Poehler. I used to do her monologues throughout this whole thing. Yeah. Like all the time. They were some of my favorite monologues, even though it wouldn't make sense to do for like an agent or anything.
This was a year before Parks and Rec, so you can almost view this as a nice sort of prototype for Leslie Knope, since she's a fast-talking ACLU lawyer who's very passionate about her job, and suing people.
Yeah, she really wants to sue a lot of people.
Are you on my side?
Yes.
Great, let's do it.
Okay, then.
Do I need to sign anything?
No, don't sign anything.
I think the play's gonna be really good.
It's irrelevant.
But yeah, and she's just brilliant in this.
She's absolutely brilliant. And of course, it's not a save the something movie if you don't have an asshole who's trying to ruin it. So you have this principal who has military toys at his desk and repressed fatherhood issues, but it definitely serves that nice role of, I find this offensive and I don't want to do it.
I mean, yes. Rightly so, by the way, because the play does seem very, very offensive.
Yeah, we should get into that play.
Oh, one more thing, though. I do have to mention just a couple other people, because we do have Elizabeth Shue.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right.
And she is also amazing throughout the whole thing, from when we first get to meet her, and then how much she sticks by him in this play for absolutely no reason.
And it's not Elizabeth Shue playing somebody, it's Elizabeth Shue playing a fictionalized version of Elizabeth Shue, who's now a nurse.
Because she didn't like the movie industry.
But she misses making out with all the guys.
Yes.
The movie does raise a good point of how many, it's like, wow, you did star alongside a lot of big stars at their peak.
Right.
So that's very interesting.
Yeah. But yes, we also have the copy guy, who's great. A lot of the extra characters, not extras, but extra characters. Actually, there even are extras that they upgraded into not just extras anymore, because they were just so good. They talk about one Giggles and stuff like that, who they were just so good, because they all work so well. This is just such a movie where you can tell everybody on it had so much fun. There's one scene in particular that they had so much fun that they were disappointed when they were done filming the scene, which is a scene that's in the musical when you finally get to see parts of Hamlet too, the musical.
Yep.
There's
Rock Me Sexy Jesus.
Rock Me Sexy Jesus, which...
Raped in the face.
Raped in the face?
The names of the songs, I'm sure, sound terribly offensive, but they are some of the best songs.
Yeah, they're actually like very catchy, and they put on a very spectacular musical number for each of them. And when you listen to the lyrics, and especially when you know why he wrote Raped in the Face, because that's how he felt at one point in the movie. That's just how bad he felt.
Right.
But especially Rock Me Sexy Jesus, it's like, this could be the most offensive song in the world, but then it actually isn't. It treads on this line, which is a line the movie treads on the entire time, which is it could go too awkward, it could go too cringy, and then it doesn't.
Yeah, I think with him, he does go too far, like he is cringy, but for some reason he's just stays above that line, because nothing is bad.
Yeah.
He's so not bad that it doesn't ever get to that point of cringe with him, even though you are listening to songs like Raped in the Face and Rock Me Sexy Jesus, even though the whole time you're hearing the play it sounds terrible, but then as you see the play, I want to see the play.
Right. Or
the musical, I really want to see it. And like the songs, like a song I really enjoy is I love all the songs you hear in the musical that we get to see parts of. Jesus hates Christ. Rock me, sexy Jesus. We're really amazed. You gotta believe us, his moralistic ways totally ease us. His endings
Yeah, it's one of those where you only get to see about 10 minutes of the actual show.
Yeah.
You know kind of what it is, where it's this weird thing where he feels like Hamlet shouldn't have been a tragedy if they just talked or had therapy. You know, everything could have been fixed out, and he uses it as a conduit to work out his deep-seated father issues. And have all these characters using a time machine, including Jesus, have heart-to-hearts with their dads.
Yeah.
So
it's really very good. And as a writer, you know, somebody who likes to write everything, I don't know, I really feel for him.
It's true.
So it's definitely one that I love for that reason. And as someone who likes to create or entertainers and stuff, I just feel like it's a good one to watch when you're sitting there and you're like, writing is hard.
What is your fucking problem, man?
That is a great moment. And that's one that goes through the whole thing, is it really does show you what it looks like when, you know, maybe you don't have any talent, but if you put your
enthusiasm
and you put your all into something, it can mean a lot to a whole group of people.
Right.
And maybe a larger group of people than even you imagine.
Right.
And Hamlet 2 pulls that off in spades.
It does. Very well, very sweet, very heartwarming. It's an amazing, amazing movie. I think it's definitely one that is underrated and not enough people have seen it, and you definitely should if you haven't.
I love the dialogue in this movie. It's very quotable.
Oh, yes. I've been doing it this whole time.
If you sign a consent form, that means you're giving consent. You can't take that form back. You can't take your signature off it. You signed it. You signed consent. So end of deal, okay? End of story. Sorry, you guys, but you totally gave consent.
A lot of that is Steve Coogan, but then we find out that a lot of our favorite lines were, like, as we said, they were just improv by people on the spot.
Yeah.
I love the actual production of the Hamlet 2 show when we see it.
Yes.
And especially like the performance of they called it the Tucson Gay Men's Chorus. I don't know if that was the actual gay men. I think it was gay men's chorus.
I think it was the one of New Mexico.
It was the New Mexico one?
I think.
If not, I'll edit it down right here.
There you go.
But it's so well done and so engaging that after all the build-up...
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
You really want to see the show. And all the cringe and stuff that took to get there, too, just really make for an entertaining show. Oh, I want to say show. I mean, it's a movie, but it feels like a big play. I mean, it's even in 5 acts.
Right.
Convincingly, too.
Yeah.
And with some hilarious titles. I love the Hope one.
Mm-hmm.
The Hope is a Demon Bitch.
Yes, Hope is a Demon Bitch. Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
This is one that did not make a lot of money when it came out, but is one that I know several people, including my friend Joe. Happy birthday. It was this month. So this one goes out to you and you as major fans of it. But it's one that I think really holds up on multiple viewings.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those to me like Big Lebowski, where the more you watch it, the more it just kind of like settles in.
Right.
You notice little details that make it better.
Yeah.
Just like little production design things, or like the fact that when he sheathes a fake sword that he had.
You hear the noise. Even though there's nothing there, you still hear it. It's just fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. This is just a non-pretentious ball of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Dana, the character himself, is a little bit pretentious.
He really wants to be, but I don't think he is.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he wants to be, but he's not.
I like that. I like that very much. But yes, you should absolutely see Hamlet 2 if you haven't. I don't know if it's available to rent anywhere. I think it's up on possibly Amazon and iTunes.
Yeah, I think it's up on Amazon and iTunes.
You know, for the usual amount.
Yes.
As everything else. So give it a shout out and check it out. Next time that we do one of these uncut gems, so to speak, we're going to dive into another movie about writing, about the creative process, but about what happens when adaptations can get out of hand.
Yeah.
With Gentlemen Broncos, a movie that if you love Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre, maybe you've heard of this, maybe you haven't, but we'll introduce it to you next time on All Positive Reviews. In the meantime, if you can't wait If you just dying for more all positive reviews in this time of shutdown, please feel free to check down all of our stuff down below. We have Game of Thrones, all of our bucket list movies of iconic movies from across American and world history. We're going to have Star Wars here very, very soon, as well as Star Trek, Marvel, and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
And please suggest more things for us. We have a massive list we're getting to. We need to fill it out some more. Please give us anything. Books, music, video games, all kinds of stuff. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Please stay positive, stay inside and stay safe, and have a great night.
Good night.